of Lake Erie at Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland. Tonight, it's an NL Eastern Division showdown between the New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next,
Muy buena duda que seguimos en MLB.
Aaron Nola is ready to go as he's on the mound for the Phils. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Aaron Nola coming on, the pride and joy of Louisiana State University. Kind of a four-pitch mix. Fastball, slider, curveball, and change. None of his pitches rate really on a scale of 10. None of them are 8s or 9s, but he's solid and he throws strikes. You'll know early if he's on, he'll induce a lot of ground balls.
Hits the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2. Nola has both great strikeout stuff and exceptional command on the mound to go with it. A rare combination, but one that makes him one of the best in our sport.
Matty V, you talked about it. He doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. Well, if you don't walk a lot of guys, that means you have to throw the ball in the strike zone. And when you do with great stuff like this guy has, he racks up the strikeouts. There aren't a lot of guys that get strikeouts by throwing the ball in the strike zone. This is one of the few that does it.
And now a chance to meet the Mets. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, Matt, I can't wait to see if La Potencia, Yoenis Cespedes, can keep it going. He comes into this one having taken the starter deep in 3 prior at-bats. That's a pretty good indicator that he likes facing this guy, and he sees the ball.
Oh, and this is hit high and deep out to left. Dickerson is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the second out.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Dan, we got Patrick Johnson behind the dish tonight. Fairly standard strike zone most of the time, but he's definitely a pitcher's umpire.
I always felt like this. He'll give a little bit on the corners, both inside and outside. I think he's a fair umpire, but I would rate him more as a pitcher's umpire than a hitter's umpire. Hey, not an easy thing to do right there, Degrom, with that stacked infield on the right side. To hit it through where the shift is, have to hit that in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, he found a good result right there, Dan. Pitcher actually executed right there. Got him to hit it where he wanted to. Put good barrel, good contact on that ball, and was able to find the hole.
And a fastball swung on, missed, and the side is retired. 1 hit, 1 left. It's the Mets 0, Phillies coming to bat. You're watching MLB Network. Jacob Degrom gets the ball for the Mets in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Jacob Degrom is just a solid pitcher. He's not overpowering in any sense with any of his 3 pitches. Good sinking fastball, 93 to 96. Great slider and a really good changeup. What makes him so good? He'll throw all 3 of his pitches at any time.
The windup and the 0-1. Here's a drive out to left center field. McCutchen moves well on his way to second now. And the Phillies are able to get things started with a leadoff double. Off the bat, it was pretty clear right away that hit was going to get him at least 2 bases.
Yes, Matt. Some people like to crow about homers and powering drives, but you have to like hits like this. A no-doubt double the second it left his bat. Like you said, the only question was whether the outfielders were going to...
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the runner comes across to score. And he is out of time for 2 bases, but credit him with a single and an RBI here. Here's Bryce Harper now. In previous duels with Degrom, he checks in here as a .323 batter. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0.
Harper.
High in the air out towards shallow right. McNeil has a beat on it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Me queda el último.
A moment now to check out the hometown Phillies starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, I appreciate the way Bryce Harper plays the game. He's certainly a guy to watch out there in this lineup. Everything he does makes them click. When he's swinging the bat, well, they just go.
Hosking.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in a perennial MVP candidate for years to come, Rhys Hoskins. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Heading out towards shallow right. McNeil is under it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Phillies get a couple of hits here, and it leads to 1 on the scoreboard. Second inning coming up from Progressive Field.
Hemos anotado una carrera, pero
Stepping in, Robinson Cano, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. Cano waiting on the 0-1. Fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
So here's how the Phillies are positioned defensively. And today my spotlight's going to shine down on Cesar Hernandez, second baseman, who can really turn the double play. Has got super quick feet, great reaction time. Guys love working with him up the chute.
Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see 2 different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
You know, Dero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see 1 flamethrower and 1 guy that throws below the speed limit.
Fastball in there for a called strike. And there's ball 1. A ball and 2 strikes now.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
And just a masterful job of pitching here as he strikes out the side in order. Mets go down 1-2-3. They're down 1-0. Gene Segura standing in.
Ahora no la.
Leading up for the Phillies.
Esperemos que no se durza.
Gene Segura.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Grounded back up the middle. And that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Into the box now, Corey Dickerson, as he'll pick on the first pitch, and line 1 back up the middle, and that's a base hit.
Boy, something you don't see very often. You got a guy that can run at first base. Normally you'll see a hitter try to take a pitch or 2, Dero, to give that guy a chance to steal a bag.
You know, it's funny you say that, Dan, because coming up in those situations, you want to give the guy a chance, but you also realize that that guy wants to give his catcher a chance, so you're probably getting a piece of cheese.
Davis has got it. To second, there's Cano. On to first to complete the double play.
The second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
Striding into the box, Cesar Hernandez. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And now the runner's trying for third. Fouled off. Segura stands at second with 2 gone. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. comes the 0-2. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. Phillies strand one. We play 2 innings. It's 1-0. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Popped him up. Hoskins has a play. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Batting 9.
Now at the plate, Jacob Degrom, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. The 1-1 home. It is a fastball, then off the plate for a ball.
Zero.
2-2. The 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. To short, hit hard. There's Segura. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. They trail this one 1-0.
Bueno.
Stepping up now, Aaron Nola, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Aaron Nola.
Here comes the first pitch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Cespedes is there. 1 away.
Now batting, center fielder.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at-bat.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Cespedes is back to the track as he takes it for out number 2. Into the box, JT Realmuto. He was cut down at second, attempting to stretch a base hit his first time through.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they saw right there. Maybe the first base coach was giving him the green light to go ahead and go to second base, but obviously it didn't work out in that situation. It did take a good throw to get him, though. You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
That's what makes pitching so difficult. You get the first 2 guys out of the inning, then you give up that 2-out base hit. Now you have the middle part of the order coming up, and this is where you have to really refocus.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, and this one scoots all the way to the wall. Realmuto blows through the stop sign, headed for home. The tag, and he's safe. And they now lead by 2. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out to dry, and that'll end the inning. Phillies get a couple of hits here, and it leads to 1 on the scoreboard. Striding in once again, Peter Alonso, as we begin the top of the 4th.
Number 20.
First offering on its way. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. That's strike 2 on a well-placed changeup around the knees. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. And he chased it in the dirt. And the throw is there to record the first out.
Up next
So with that, let's call on the guys in the graphics department to put up the pitch speed comparison for the two starters. And whoa, look at that for a top speed. 98 miles an hour. That man is flat dealing. 0-1 the count. No runs, just one hit, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
The way he's been able to command his fastball those first 2 pitches, don't be shocked if he goes back in there again or goes up under his chin or nasty slider down and away. He has opened up his full arsenal.
Stays alive, still 0-2. The next 0-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? And what's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Curveball looked at here for strike 1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Cespedes, commonly known as La Potencia around baseball. He's a veteran of 7 years at the major league level. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. And to be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
He pulls this one into right.
Buena.
Is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Mets leave 1. They trail it here 2-0.
Si no llega a coger esa bola, se lía, pero bien liado.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins.
Si no llega a pillar esa bola, se
for him
lía.
here in this one.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
A swing and a ground ball to third. And quickly, there's one down to lead off the frame.
Now batting.
Stepping in, Gene Segura. He singled his last time up. First pitch on its way. Now a flare out toward right center. McNeil moving in. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Standing in, Corey Dickerson. He reached on a single in his first try. First delivery to him on the way. Popped up. Alonso shading to his right. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Coming to the plate now, Wilson Ramos will begin things here against Aaron Nola.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. Well, now that we're midway through this one, it's safe to say that runs have been at a premium, and both starters doing it in different ways have turned in excellent performances.
Dan, you could speak to this. Obviously, 2 different ways to skin a cat. One's a finesse guy working all 4 quadrants, keeping guys off balance. The other a flamethrower coming right at you.
Yeah, it's been a story of like 2 different styles of pitches, but both getting the same thing. Both throwing strikes early, keeping the ball down in the zone. As you touched on it, there's more than one way to get around through a lineup, and we've seen one guy with power and one guy do it with more skill and finesse.
J.D. Davis comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0, and he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now. And I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fooled with the curveball there, and it's strike 2.
Hey, this offense needs to check themselves right now. They have to find a way to get
swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Mets go down 1-2-3. They're down 2-0. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Scott Kingery, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th.
Scott Kingery.
First offering on its way. And that's in there for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. In now, Cesar Hernandez comes into this at-bat 0-for-1 in the ball game. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, the pitcher, Aaron Nola.
Digging in to try it again, Aaron Nola. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. And Cano will make the catch to retire the side. Phillies down in order, but they hold a 2-0 lead.
La hostia, tío, con el equipo de Dios.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Jacob Degrom. He's set to lead us off in the 6th inning.
No quieren hacer una mierda, tío. Con 2-0 que nos la pueden liar. Es que son la hostia, tío.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game. Digging in once again, Jeff McNeil. 0-for-2 from him so far in this one. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. 1 out, nobody on. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
La hostia bendita y la hostia bendita.
Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball.
Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings, and this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses, a lot of ugly at-bats for this team right now.
Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
Number 20.
Up next will be the power bat of Peter Alonso. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
2-1 now. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
I'd be shocked if you saw anything else but a fastball right here. He's blown those first 2 by him. Don't give this guy a chance to speed up his bat with something off speed. 3-2 now. 3-2 pitch. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball 4.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up, or he can really hurt you.
Michael Conforto is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Behind 0-2 now.
All right, that's when you got to tell yourself to slow down a little bit right there. Out in front on a fastball, hit it hard, but pulled it foul.
And he's going to add to the total. 14 punch-outs now as that ends the inning. Mets strand one. They trail things here 2-0. So the Phillies batting order turns over and set to go. Andrew McCutchen, he'll lead it off as we start the home sixth. First offering on its way. No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw just in time, and that was awfully close.
Now batting, catcher.
Stepping into the box, JT Realmuto. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Line toward right center. But this will not get out there deep enough as it's run down by the right fielder in the alley for the second out.
No hacen ni una base, tío.
The right fielder.
Yo no sé lo que está pasando, tío.
Right.
And now Bryce Harper, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far.
Increíble, tío.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one and it's strike 1.
Y nada, y 0.
Hit back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game.
Hey, that was 8 straight up until that base hit right there. Let's see if the offense gets something rolling now.
The first baseman.
Now in the box, Rhys Hoskins. No hits to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Calling for it, McNeil.
Lo mismo.
And that ends the inning.
Lo mismo.
1 left for Philadelphia as they're unable to add to their 2. Welcome back to baseball on MLB Network. It's on to the 7th inning now with the Phillies out in front, and it's a good time to check out our game summary through the first 6 innings so far.
Just hit it.
The windup and the 0-1. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Got him. And that's number 15 for the ball game. Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano. Cano waits on the first pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. The 0-2 delivery. Struck him out. Strikeout number 16 thus far as he's had a whale of a ball game.
I'll tell you, it's hard to get more of a confidence boost than striking out the best hitters in the lineup back to back to back. He's looking really sharp right now.
Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1.
This is one of those classic cases of the right guy at the right spot. They need to get a rally going, and this is maybe their best hitter, so he's the right guy in the right spot for this team right now.
And it's fouled away. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And that ends the inning. Down in order go the Mets. They trail it here 2-0. Into the box now, Gene Segura. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. First delivery to him on the way. Bat explodes as this has popped up. And that's the first out.
The left fielder, number 31.
Now batting, Corey Dickerson. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lifted the other way to left center. Cespedes is there. 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman.
Digging in, Scott Kingery. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Hard hit ball to short. Rosario's got it. Throw on to first. A 3-pitch inning, and the side is retired. J.D. Davis, the next at bat. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Here comes the Philly skipper on his way out toward the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. Zach Eflin is on to pitch here in the 8th with nobody out.
For the Phillies, number 56.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Hit high and deep out to left field. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases.
That's what you call a clutch piece of hitting. Down 2 runs, he puts himself in scoring position and brings the tying run to the plate. We'll see what they do with the base open here. This one's getting interesting.
Swing and a liner. Foul. As we head into the later innings in this game, I think it's safe to say that both starters have given their teams a great chance to win here today.
Wow, D-Row, we've seen one power pitcher, one finesse guy, but both of them on point. 2 different ways to get through a lineup, and both of them have worked.
Yeah, Dan, tip of the cap to both starters, right? 2 different ways. The power guy was on top of his game, not really mincing much, just coming right down the throat at these offensive players. The finesse guy did exactly what he's always done. Move the ball up and down, in and out, and get it to the bullpen.
Your attention, please. He's hitting for the
Brendan Nimmo will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Nimmo.
Jake Arrieta gets the call as he'll pitch with 1 gone in the top of the 8th. And this is low, ball 1. His history with Jake Arrieta, a number of meetings, he's 1 for 7. Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball.
Watching him on the mound right now, I think he's just having trouble throwing strikes to this guy. Up only 2 runs, I don't think he's working around him.
The 2-1 pitch. Can't connect there, it's 2-2.
Is that gun reading right there? Because that just registered at 91 miles an hour on a slider. If he's working that pitch, that's most guys' fastballs. It's going to be a long game.
So he sets him down swinging. Now Brandon Nimmo is sent packing for the 2nd out of the inning. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside. 1-1 to the Mets leadoff hitter. Same pitch that time, the sinker, but it looked like he made a good adjustment with it.
Yeah, Matt, that's a great point. Released it from out front much better that time. I just think he wasn't real happy with the first one he threw, so he wanted to get the feel back for it.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice.
Oh, and he can't come up with it. Now time is called, and a bit of a curious decision here to say the least, as we'll get a pinch runner at third here. Don't know if something's wrong or what. So coming to the plate, Peter Alonso. And Dan, this could be a real make or break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
1-0 the count. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Now a line drive to left center field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. A run in. Here's a second runner around third. He'll score, and the Mets have drawn even. It's a 2-2 game.
Boy, there are base hits, but then there are big base hits. This one's getting late. That is a huge 2 RBI base hit to tie things up.
Yeah, Dan, in the late innings, the pressure gets higher. It's who can control their emotions. And from an offensive standpoint, that's a nice.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error. Edwin Diaz is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Todd Frazier has come into the ballgame now as he takes over as the new third baseman.
Third base. Number 21, Todd Frazier.
First pitch of the at-bat. This is flared out towards second. And that's just past the grasp of Cano in the center, a base hit.
Everybody needs a little love in their life right there. Nice piece of hit. Get you some right there. A little soft liner. He definitely wasn't on that baseball. He got a little luck involved, a little love, and that thing found a hole right there into the outfield.
Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. And a dive, but he's back in. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. Hard stuff on the corner, and he's got him 0-2 now. Now a throw over, but the runner's back easily. The 0-2 delivery inside as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. And Bruce can't connect there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the inning. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone to protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
And now here's a ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. And that finds a seam for extra bases as we'll see if they want to wheel that go-ahead run home from first. And the run will score all the way from first. It's a 3-2 ball game. And McCutchen is into third base with a triple.
Boy, those have to feel really good, Dero. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the second inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
JT Realmuto is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. 0-1 count and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
Hey guys, that's just a nasty pitch right there. I can't tell you how many nightmares I've had about nasty sliders, and that's exactly what that was right there.
Hit in the air down the right field line, but this is going to wind up a foul ball.
Hey, if he's going to offer at a fastball above the zone, why don't you just continue to climb the ladder? Don't be shocked if he goes even higher with this next pitch.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there. The straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at bat, and what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Hard hit and deep toward the right field line. And this will find the wall deep in the corner. In to score the runner from third, and that moves the lead to 2 here in the 8th.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing room.
It does, and it makes your pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a 1-run game where every pitch is so important. You're 1 pitch away from a solo tying the game up. That's not the case now.
Stepping in now, Rhys Hoskins, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Swinging a soft liner, but there to take it in is a well-positioned Cano, and that'll end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We've played 8 full. It's the Phillies 4 and the Mets.
Ahora que no empaten otra vez.
David Robertson comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. The set and the pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and he fouls this one off. Here's another 0-2. Fouled away.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Fouled off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. There's ball 2 as the slider dips below the zone.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you can do with that slider breaking down, and unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
Well, you're usually in this situation looking for a bloop and a blast. He didn't want to bloop it, and he hit a missile, bringing the tying run to the plate. Let's see if they can capitalize.
No balls and a strike to count. The 0-1 pitch, and it's fouled away. Working for the punch out and the offering, and he fouls this one off. Cano leads off first with 1 away. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2. Hit hard to the right side, but foul. The 1-2 to 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
3-2 full count. Now the 3-2 pitch, fouled away. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with only 1 away. Jed Lowry will come on now and pinch run here.
Third baseman, Todd.
First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1.
Hey, that's a huge pitch right there. You've got to get ahead. When you start to see traffic on the base pass, your defense starts to tighten up a little bit. The best thing to do is pound the zone and get ahead 0-1.
Strike 3 called, and now he's 1 out away from getting out of this. Next for the Mets, Ahmed Rosario, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. 0-1 the count. 0-1 count, and the pitch. In the dirt here. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
No doubt. Some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Now a crowd announced at a bit over 23,000 comes to their feet. And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
Hey, one of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
4-2 the final score tonight. Philadelphia came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Juan Nicasio earns the victory on the mound. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and Heidi Watney on the field, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody.
Our final line score tonight, First for the victorious Philadelphia Phillies. 4 runs on 10 hits. 1 error. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 45 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Aquí lo dejamos en el partido de esta noche, los 4. New York Mets 2, Philadelphia Phillies 5 días en base, 0-1. Claro, no lo han hecho un partidazo. Ha sido irse y se ha liado. Hasta luego, chicos.